Okay.
Okay.
Welcome.
To Cackles and Conversations.
I'm Becca.
And I'm Anna.
Okay. Today is my secret topic. And
Secret topic time. Yeah.
if you are in the United States or maybe in some other countries as well, like
I'm in the
Europe,
United States. I'm not in Europe.
you have probably heard about some of the things that I'm going to talk about today.
Are you doing like conspiracy theories or?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's a touch, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I don't know. So, there was okay, so every 25 years the head pope, the pope at the Vatican in Europe
Correct.
opens a series of doors for the Jubilee year.
Okay.
And it's weird to me because I don't believe in like Catholicism,
Mm-hmm.
the way that they like do things, but it is interesting.
Okay.
Interesting Catholic Church facts and evil popes in feline unaliver.
A feline unaliver.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm still kind of hung up on these doors. So
Yes. So
are they like fake doors or are they real doors?
they are real doors. So hold on, let me get down
So you
to it.
just like run through the entirety of the Vatican and just like open and close doors in quick succession?
No, okay, hold on, let me find
Okay.
it. I'm kind of like scattered because I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. And I just kind of like,
So maybe I should also just keep my mouth shut and let you do your presentation.
well, I'm just trying to like find my way where. Okay, so the way that I heard about it is it was brought up on the news, saying that this is going to be the Jubilee year, and it's tradition for the Pope to open doors. And I'm like, why are we opening doors? And then on TikTok, I heard
Opening
like
doors to new possibilities.
some like conspiracies.
My favorite.
Okay. But like I didn't go into like full depths on that at all. It's just they said that the Pope is opening portals.
To what hell? The feline unaliver.
Different dimensions. But it was weird because the Pope did say it would be supernatural.
That's because God shall descend from the heavens and bless us all in great magnitude.
And this is the first time for ever to be broadcasted live inside of the Vatican.
Okay, so I've been...
I know, so many questions. Let me see if I can answer some of them.
I've been watching a lot of One Piece recently.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just now finished one of the bigger arcs. And the Marines like to, or not just necessarily the Marines, I guess. There's a lot of instances in which things are broadcast that maybe shouldn't have been, but they are for the benefit of a certain group of people.
Yes.
And this is the vibe it's giving me
Essentially.
right now. Because I'm really deep in the One Piece verse right now.
Girl, you've been deep for a while. I don't want to hear
yes.
it.
I mean, yes. But we've watched a lot of it recently.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, plus reading it.
Oh, yeah. But I finished reading it a while ago. I say finished. Like, there's still, I'm keeping up with it. But I caught up a while ago.
You were very dedicated when you were reading it.
It's a good story.
Okay.
Okay.
So the door opening, or as others said, portals. So the Pope Francis, which is our Pope today, started with the door of St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican City on December 24th, so on Christmas Eve, to mark the Jubilee year. Now, the door is bricked up.
Whoa.
It is bricked up. So they have to break down the brick wall that covers the door. And behind it, there is a huge bronze door. This has been a ritual done since the 15th century.
Whoa, wait. So they brick and mortar these doorways up so in 25 years' time they can knock them back down
to open them. And they're like, these doors are like marked as like saints.
Okay, I'm following.
Okay. So that is the first door that he opened, but there are several that he opened and a first timer this year, this Jubilee. But all the doors get closed no later than January 6th. Every time.
Okay.
Ever since the 15th century. So the Jubilee year, like Jubilee itself meaning pilgrims of hope. This is also marked as a time of forgiveness by the Catholic Church. Now, my standpoint is forgiveness should always be a thing.
This is like the opposite of the purge. Once every 25 years, they enact forgiveness upon the whole entire city.
Yeah.
Or is it the world? Is it like everyone everywhere or just people within the Vatican?
For the Catholic Church, the Catholics.
So everyone within the Catholic community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
So people believe that he was opening up portals because within these doors, there's other relics and stuff like that. And when he opened up the door for St. Peter's, it was it was actually into the Vatican part, where the burials were.
Catacombs?
The catacombs. It goes into that. Let me tell you something. I saw a clip of Pope Francis. He is in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
He can't walk.
Correct.
So I saw this not to be disrespectful to
as you chuckle under your breath. Okay.
To the Catholics, but it was funny. It was a funny thing. I saw a clip on TikTok and someone was just so did they just lock a camera crew inside of the catacombs? Because they had cameras inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the cameras were like not of 25 years ago. You could tell because like
It's pretty easy
you
to
would be
tell
able to
that.
tell.
Yeah.
And you could see like when first of all, like on the outside, you can see when he was going in, and then it switched to where like
Is there not like another way into these passageways?
see that's my thing is
There's got to be.
well there is,
Otherwise, how would they get in there?
but like there's only supposed to be certain people that are allowed to. You have to have a clearance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I that's what I thought. I was just like, well, it was probably like from the tunnels because there's like a whole city
Yeah.
under the Vatican.
There's a lot of secrets down there.
There's a whole city,
Mm-hmm.
and most of that is like it's called the catacombs. There's a whole entire city under there. It's huge. So that's what I was thinking. But it was funny because they were just like, so did they lock someone up in there for 25 years?
Maybe so.
But yeah, that's why I was giggling, is because that's funny. So with that being said, they believe that like he was opening up portals to like other dimensions for like things to come through, because they did bring up something about the tomb of Lucifer being opened and that being live streamed. And we're just like, why is there a tomb of Lucifer?
Because Lucifer is a fallen angel.
Yes. So he's a fallen angel. He was the light bearer, the light bringer. He was the angel of light. But it wasn't like how it was portrayed. Like when they were introducing it. It was weird. It was weird how they did it. So like everybody was freaking out. And there's like, he's opening up portals to hell and like all different kinds of stuff. I was just like, okay.
I mean, I'm already living
That's
it.
like
so
that's why I didn't go
what's
into
the
depth on the
difference?
whole like portal Lucifer thing, is because I was just like, okay. Like, all right.
I mean, depending on what religion you believe in, Satan is always with you. He is your temptations to do ill will and to sin.
Do you feel that? Is your washer on?
No, my head is still a little bit too plugged up, so everything is a little off balance for me still.
I just felt like a little like shake.
Maybe it was the earthquaking. Maybe it's
the portal.
Lucifer.
We are like we're calling.
Oh, I know. The sun is shining brightly.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
A
so
little too pale for that.
Catholics believe walking through these doors brings you in the presence of God.
Mm-hmm.
Now from my standpoint, like I'm just like, you don't have to go into like a holy place to be in the presence of God, but that's just my thought.
For some religions, you do. And for some people, it's just as crazy that you think that God is everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you win some, you lose some.
So here's just like a little breakdown of where he started. So he started at St. Peter's on December 24th, 2024. And I didn't put the dates on every single one because like that's too much. Like I said, they do all close by the 6th of January every 25 years. For the first time, a jail door was opened for this ritual. I don't know how to pronounce this right. Don't come after me. Rebabiba.
Well, that's wrong.
Prison. Being the first prison door. St. John Lateran, St. Mary Major, and St. Paul outside the walls. That is literally what the place is called. St. Paul outside the walls.
Why are they opening prison cells?
I didn't know. I didn't look super deep into that, and I couldn't find I clicked on the link about the place, and I couldn't figure it out. But
Okay.
it's an other, the only thing I know is that it's not used. It's like old, like Rome
Yeah.
prism. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the.
Hold on.
Ooh, mama gonna get you.
Okay, I am back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna go to like the origin of how the Catholic Church says they originated.
Okay.
So the Catholic Church says to be started by Saul. Saul was a prosecutor of Jewish Christians. Now this was like mm, um oh my gosh, what is it called? This is AD, but
Okay.
it's like within a very short time period after Jesus ascended.
Okay.
Okay. And so Christianity was a thing, and it was spreading because of Jesus's disciples. And he was like, they were sharing the good news. And so the prosecutor was going after all the Jewish Christians.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, that's what they were called. They were called Jewish Christians, because the main religion in certain areas was Jewish,
Mm-hmm.
but they converted. But then there were also Gentiles that believed in other like God or gods that converted as well. But it was mostly Jews. So he would hunt them down and like beat them, question them, kill them. Like he would just unalive. Like it was bad. Like he was, yeah.
Doing God's work.
When one day he was met on the road, so him and his like servants were traveling.
Mm-hmm.
They were on the road, and he was all of a sudden blinded with the vision of Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Tell him to quit killing people.
At this time, he was given the name Paul. So his name was Saul.
He went from Saul to Paul.
Yeah, his name was Saul, but Jesus was like, because when Jesus was just like, I want you to do this, and bro was like blinded, like literally blinded for a short period of time,
Mm-hmm.
until he was able, like his servants had to help him get somewhere to rest because he couldn't see. So he was blinded and like heard the like saw, but it was just so, I guess, overwhelmed. Whatever. I don't know how to explain it. But like it blinded him temporarily. And the servants heard the voice, but they didn't see. So they helped him. They like knew something happened.
Mm-hmm.
So they helped him get somewhere to recover. And Jesus was like, yo, bro. And he was just like, yes, Lord.
I mean, at that point, I'm saying the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, what can I do for
He
you?
was just like, yes, Lord. He was just like, okay, you need to go here
Mm-hmm.
and do this.
Okay.
And
All right. I'm on it.
And he was just like, yeah. So, and then gave him the name Paul.
I mean, I feel like no judgment, but I feel like with all of the power that he has, we could have been a little more original than Paul. He changed one letter.
That's funny. See, like I also thought about finding like the origin of the name, because Jesus changed Simon's name to Peter.
Okay, I was like, to what? Timon?
No, to Peter, which means rock.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to be like the rock of like the group and into the kingdom of heaven, like at the gates. So like Paul has got to mean something. You know what I mean? Because
The ascender.
I don't know. So he immediately became a Christian. He was just like, Lord, you know?
Mm.
And he became a great evangelist of the early Christian church. So the Catholic Church now that stands today believes Paul Church was called Pauline Christianity, and it was divided from others. So like they're saying that like he was doing things different than all of the other followers. Where did I? Oh, I found it. So after the fall of Jerusalem, which was in 70 AD, Pauline Christianity was one of two churches left as like they were the only two. He was one of two dominant groups that were left because everything was like obliterated, you know, at the fall. The Roman Empire legally recognized Paul's church in 313 AD. Then in 380 AD was the official religion of the Roman Empire. So like Catholicism was it. And that it was like that for 1,000 years. And Catholics were considered the only Christians. Like, you have other ideals, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So this is what the this is what Catholics believe. So this split was actually called the East-West Schism. And it was a split between Catholics and Orthodox. So a lot of people are just like, you know, I'm Greek Orthodox. It is so much like Catholicism. They're almost identical.
Usually that's kind of how that works.
Yeah, it is almost identical. Now there are their reasonings that they say that the schism happened because of language barriers.
Makes sense.
And the ideals of Jesus. So one thinks that Jesus is the Spirit of God. And the other thinks that Jesus is the is both spirit and man. Like he was like everything.
Yeah.
And so that was like something that they still struggle with now.
Yeah.
Like they're still like going back and forth on that. I gotta go back now. Okay, so we're going back. We're going back, but not as far as, you know, 313 AD. We're not going that far back. Okay, so Pope Gregory the Ninth was the 178th Pope of the Catholic Church. And this was...
When was this?
Yes, this was from 1227, the year, to 1241.
AD or BC?
AD.
Okay.
Yeah, because before Christ, there was no Catholicism.
You know, yep, I know. I said that, and then as soon as I said it, I was like, why did I say that? And then you continued to call me out.
No, like, okay, so this is like this is the one where I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is the one that like got me going.
Hit me.
And then I added the other stuff.
Hit me.
Okay. So Gregory was known to be quick to anger and have a harsh personality. In the church, he was also known to
What's
have
that
a
mean?
legal mind. So he was smart in the legal courts. Like he was,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I'm following. Yes.
Okay. His primary responsibility as Pope was to work closely with Pope Lucius III. They sought out heretics and Jews. Gregory was unsettled at mob violence and torture, but he was all right watching heretics burn. He was head of the trials for said burns of Jews and heretics. The court was more of a show than actual like justice. He was just going to watch them burn anyways, and he
Yeah.
manipulated the court and the law.
Now, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
If your religion, the one that you specifically follow, because you know there is a gradient of followers for any and everything in this world, religious or not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you are part of that pocket that apprehends and crucifies people
Mm-hmm.
because their belief system is different than yours, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're fundamentally flawed.
Yeah, that, and you have a God complex.
Yeah, a little bit of that too. A little bit of that too.
Yeah, like that's messy.
Mm-hmm.
That's really messy.
Mm-hmm.
And like the thing is at this time, the Jews. No, listen, there were Jews that stayed Jewish 100%. They live by the Old Testament. Like that's what they do. They live only by the Old Testament. But at like around this time, like some of the Jews were considered Christians.
Yeah.
But not by the Catholic Church. Like those were the only Christians.
Mm-hmm.
So like based off on how we look at Christians today, based off of what they believe, the main belief, I guess I should say, these Jews that he was burning were them. They believed in Jesus. When Jews do not.
Yes.
They believed he was a real person, but they don't believe he was the Messiah. So he was mostly known for the bubonic plague.
The Black Plague.
Yes. I'm going to come back to that.
Okay.
Okay. He's also known for what is called the papal bull, which means a decree issued by a pope. So it's just a fancy word for like a document.
Okay.
A decree, like a law, you know, where he declared that cats have Satan's spirit.
Oh, yes, they do.
Leading to most cats being unalived in Europe.
Yep.
The mass loss of the felines caused an issue. The cats were not able to hunt the rats. Hence, fleas on the rats was considered to be a cause of the illness spread of the bubonic plague.
Wow, that's crazy. That's what happens when you touch something in an ecosystem. It all goes to crap.
So the plague was indirectly blamed on him, and he's been remembered as
Because of
one
that.
that contributed to the bubonic plague, because the cats were not there to eat
The mice.
the mice.
Yeah.
And
then the fleas
the rats and the
went-
yeah, and so the fleas were just like all over the place, and they just went
This is why it's important
chaos.
to put your cats on prevention. Because fleas that can eat your cats also carry the bubonic plague. We're not going to talk about the fact that it really doesn't exist anymore. We're just going to talk about the fact that fleas carry it. Or vector it.
So I do want to add something in here, Miss Flea and tick prevention. So our guy Saul that turned into Paul.
Yeah, Paul Saul.
So like what they're saying about him, like changing the like the belief system is not accurate, and they read the same Bible, but they do have like added books that are specifically from like saints. Okay. They're not like other writings. So Catholics believe that if you pray to like a saint or to Mary, then they'll be able to get that message to Jesus or the Father.
Yes. I'm familiar with that concept.
The Bible nowhere says to pray to anyone but Jesus or the Father. Now, the reason why, like, so there won't be any confusion, and that was stated in the books, in several of the books, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, in different ways. Like, it was stated, like, you only pray to these things. And there was an example. So, like, Saul, who turned into Paul, so he traveled all around to share the gospel after, he was done persecuting and all that happened. He became, a devout Christian. Like, this is straight out of the Bible. Bro came back to check on things. Okay.
As he should.
He came back to check on things, and he was just like, so I'm hearing that people are trying to call demons out, saying, for the God of Paul, or what did he say? I read it. It was they said something along the lines of, like, for the God that Paul believes, or something like that, I command the demon to leave. And the demon's just like, hey, listen, I know this Jesus guy, but I don't know this Paul guy. Like, legit, like, said that. And so Paul went and he got the demon out, because he was just like, in the name of Jesus of Nazareth, I command you to get out. Like, and so, but he also heard that, like, he was just like, people started dividing. Okay. Because, okay, we have 12 apostles, or 12 disciples, and they are all, like, teaching, like, what happened. They're, like, telling what happened, and, like, what they know is going to happen, because, Jesus filled them before he went up, Yeah. And before he left, he gave them the gift of the Holy Spirit. So they have that too. But anyways, so people are saying, oh, well, I'm doing this way because of this person, but they're giving credit to those people. And Paul came in and he was just like, nah, this is not about these people. This is about our Father in heaven. And he like quotes scripture from like the Old Testament, and then about Jesus. He was just like, this is not about anybody on earth right now. Like, this is,
Correct.
you know, and
Yeah.
so he was actually the one that was like, nah, we're not doing this. Like, listen, you guys can have your own relationship with God, but like, this is a direct like thing saying that like you don't do that.
Yes.
Like, don't like worship false gods or anything like that. And so to hear or see and research that they said that he was doing that, I was just like, we read the same Bible. We have the same stories. So like, if I'm missing something, please tell me.
I don't know enough about any of that stuff to call you out, so.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, it's confusing. But I thought it was really cool because they have a completely different like look on it. And then like the Orthodox and the Catholic, like those timelines are about right, you know, and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, almost immediately after Jesus ascended, there was
Division.
There was division, but it wasn't like super bad. It was just like, okay, we're trying to figure out how to do this. This is brand new. Like, we used to be Jewish and do only like Old Testament. Like, that was the only Bible they had.
Yeah.
You know? So they're like trying to figure that out. And then I'm like, bro killed all these cats. Yep. I was like, oh my gosh.
They got wild.
And he is blamed for the bubonic. Like, that was
as he should be.
For the plague.
Yeah.
Like the one with the scary masks.
Yes.
That's freaky. But I thought that was kind of cool.
You do know why they wore the scary masks, right?
Yeah, so they had the in the beaks, they had like these herbs and stuff that they thought would like help them.
Depends on who you ask, but it either cleansed the evil spirits, or it prevented them from getting sick, or it just straight up helped to cover the stench of death.
Yeah, I've read about all of those.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty cool. But it is creepy looking. I don't think that they were worried about that at that time though, because there was literal death all around them.
Yeah, I think the bubonic plague was a lot scarier than the plague masks that they were wearing.
I'm gonna look up the Paul thing though, because like Paul and Saul.
Saul.
What does Paul mean? That is a weird thing to like.
So what does your name mean? Like, you're like a speaker for Jesus, so like your name has to mean something cool, right?
Oh,
I feel like that's what you're thinking right now.
The name Paul is
here she goes.
Latizine's version of Hebrew name Saul. The name Paul means small or humble. So he got humbled.
I mean,
real fast.
He forcibly got humbled. I don't know if I'd call that on his own, like,
let me come upon you and blind you temporarily. Like, I mean, Jesus was business, I guess. I don't know. But, like,
businessman first.
That's really funny because, like, from the beginning of the story about Saul to, like, when he got that name, because there's, you know, so many details in between, I didn't match that. Paul and Saul were, like, and then he said that, and I'm like, oh, gosh, I gotta look that up. Paul, Saul. Yeah. But I thought that was really cool because, like, the history behind like the plague itself. Like, we gotta do an episode over the plague. Like, there's so much. There's so much with that.
The bubonic or
the bubonic?
Okay.
The bubonic. I can't say it right. Bubonic.
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 Don't tempt me. I will overwhelm the absolute heck out of you when it comes to epidemiology.
That would be really cool. I think we should do something like that.
Noted.
But like the cause of it too, I was just like, no, like Satan's spirit.
And them
Like
cats.
it makes me wonder, like, what did a cat do to you, my friend?
Maybe he hissed and he was like, oh, the only thing that hisses in this town is Satan.
Or well, like in the Bible, in other books, like Satan is like a serpent or a snake or something with a slithering tongue. Like there's always like a somewhere.
Well, like when the cat hisses at you, his tongue goes,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe. Or maybe it's because cats and serpents both have fangs.
Maybe he did a spooky kitty. He was like,
maybe so. Maybe he just didn't like cats.
maybe. I mean, it said that he was a very
Angry man.
quick to anger man. Like he was.
Imagine if a cat just like walked by and bit you for no apparent reason. Like don't even break skin kind of bite. Just like a because you know cats be doing things like that sometimes.
Yeah. My cats, they don't break skin on me, but Narwhal will come over and he'll be like,
I hate that.
he'll be like, Mom, Mom, Mom. And then he won't stop until I will pet him because he really wants that love. It's gotta be that
Aggressive
cute
love.
aggressive cute aggression.
Yeah, nah, we keep our teefies to ourselves in this house. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's because my two don't know how to be appropriate with their teefies. It's either all or nothing. So we go with nothing.
Now, I don't know if you have an opinion on this, but like,
Always.
do you think the Pope be opening portals?
No.
I don't think so either.
No. I think people are bored and they're scared because the world is falling apart before our eyes and they're looking for some sort of entertainment to dump their fear into.
It's a ritual that's been happening for a very, very long time.
And also, let's assume he is. Dude is so OP at this point that there's literally nothing we can do about it. So let's just sit back and watch the portals open.
Yeah, this Pope is something else, though.
Yeah.
He is. Like, he be bringing, like, he like, I don't know how he's allowed to do some of the things he's doing.
He just do them. Do it and ask for forgiveness later. What are they going to do? Reprimand the Pope?
No, he's going to go into the little thing and be like, Father, forgive me for I have sinned. Like, listen, you're not supposed to, okay, that's just, okay. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Stop kicking the table.
Sorry. Yeah. Ask for forgiveness. But it's the Jubilee year of asking for forgiveness, apparently, so. What
Sorry, I took on
was
full-on
that?
turtle face.
Oh,
yeah, so it's fine. So this year, if he does anything inappropriate or unsavory, he can just say, "'Tis the year of forgiveness," and he'll be fine.
I don't like. He got added like a year and a half, 2 years ago. It wasn't that long ago.
So he get added,
yeah,
like an item to the grocery store.
like hold on, because you have to like be put in that position.
Mm-hmm.
When did it post?
Yeah, what happened to the other guy?
Hold on.
No yawning. That is contagious. And I don't
No
want to
way.
catch that.
No way.
Wait, what? You look like you're having a midlife crisis over there.
I was like, dude, I swear they just replaced the Pope.
I don't feel like they have.
No. What? I feel like I'm having one of those moments, like those glitch of the Mandela effect.
Mandela.
Mandela.
I feel like you're just clickbaiting the heck out of me and you're not actually giving me any kind of reward.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm
God,
just like,
no
I'm losing
way.
my mind over here.
You'll
So,
never believe what I just read. Click
so-
here to find out.
Pope Francis became Pope on March 13th, 2013.
Yeah, bro, he been there.
No, I am telling you, I remember them having a like Pope inauguration, like whatever they call their thing. That's like an inauguration. Like, I swear.
Yeah, it was not that long ago. I mean, I guess it was, but it was not that long ago.
It was over 10 years. Are you serious?
Yeah, we were in high school.
It was 12 years ago.
We were in high school then.
No, I remember. They're like, it doesn't even look like the same guy. He was elected at the age of 76. Why do they all have to be like on the door of death?
What do you think? What do you think that job entails? Like, dude is the center of attention, and it's stressful, you know? So he probably didn't age very gracefully.
Why'd
you get right up in the mic?
Listen, I am not okay with this. I promise you. I remember there being a different pope.
Yeah, 12 years ago.
No.
Yes.
No. Pope Francis. He defended Podesta's wife from Vatican attack on their marriage. Why am I reading that?
I don't know.
Which pope had children? Hold on.
None of them. Aren't they all supposed to be celibate?
Adrian the Second.
When was this? In like 50
867 to 872 AD had a daughter.
He's rebelling.
And John the 10th. I believe that's the 10th.
Is it an X?
It's a XV11.
Oh, that's a lot more than the 10th. That is
Is that the
17th?
15th?
17th?
Really? Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Yeah, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
He was the Pope for 1 year.
Okay.
1003 AD. And he had 3 sons.
For a pope, he really didn't know how to keep it in his pants.
Clement. Oh God, why did it do that?
I thought they were supposed to be celibate, are they not?
And that's what I thought, but maybe that's just priests
Or
monks. What?
okay.
What? There's Catholic monks. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
Just like nuns.
there's
They're
a lot
celibate.
of people within the church that remain celibate.
Yeah, because they believe it makes them closer to God.
I'm sorry. I'm starting to do heavy breathing. My nose is starting to get really plugged up and it's starting to be difficult.
But really, like that's one of the reasons why like monks and
Yeah.
because they have like their only person is God. And it makes them like they believe it makes them spiritually closer to God. That of which like also not, having unmarital relations, Anyways,
Yeah.
Clement was 1265 to 1268 AD and had 2 daughters. Honorius was Pope 1285 to 1287 and had 2 sons. And that's just a few.
So they're not quite as celibate as we thought they were.
Yeah, I guess not. But I don't know, I like watching the documents they have about like the Vatican and stuff, because they have so many cool like relics. Like they have so much history that the world just like doesn't really get to see, except unless you're there, if you have like the authorization to like like they have people that are made like to guard these things.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole thing. It's so cool. It's so cool to watch. Even though I'm not Catholic, like I'm just like,
I mean, you
it's
can
so cool. It's
appreciate
so
it.
it's so historical.
I feel like you're about to say horrific.
Historical. I'm really hurting myself. Ow. Okay. That
was fantastic.
That's my secret topic.
That was great. It was a roller coaster, but it was good. I feel like I learned things and I have walked away. I will be walking away from this a better person, knowing what I know.
I feel like you're being a smart aleck right now.
No, I'm not.
No, I love the history aspect, and we had like a little bit of now, a little bit of like a long time ago, and a little bit of like way the heck long time ago. It's really cool. But I really think we should do an episode on the bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague.
The bubonic plague. Because that would be so cool.
It's disgusting. Are you sure you want me to do an episode on that? I will make it visually disgusting.
It sounds great.
I don't want to listen to you gag the entire time.
It'll be fine. We'll just turn my microphone off.
That might be for the best.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yay.
Noted. That episode will be coming up soon then. I'm making that promise right here, right now.
Yes.
For the whole 3 of you that make it to the end of this video, but we still appreciate the heck out of you.
We're not jinxing that either.
No, because now we're going to get 4. Hey, it's
5.
It's a slow process, but we're here for
6.
it. 28.
29.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
It's okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for staying until the end. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. That's fine too. Yeah, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.